Live from the arena at Gwinnett Center, it is the girls 5A championship in the state of Georgia. 32-0 McEachern, ranked second nationally, up against region rival Hillgrove, coming in at a record of 26-4. Good evening, those of you watching on GPB. Thanks for catching us, however you're catching us here tonight. John Nelson along with the coach, Sean Golden. Biggest thing here, neither team has won a state title. This is region rival, Region 4-1 versus Region 4 number 2.
Well, you're exactly right. McEachern got a chance to go undefeated, 31-0 right now. But Hillgrove, they're coming in here just happy to be in this situation. And it's going to be a chance to be ugly tonight, but I think that it's going to be a good game. Both teams are just excited about an opportunity. People, you got a chance to witness history and at the same time possibly see 9 Division I prospects on the floor at the same time.
All right, let's check the road twos and how they got to this moment in time. Let's start off with McEachern, first round, a win of 48, second round, a win of 43, then a win of 37, then squeaking past Norcross in the semifinals. Next page is how Hillgrove got here out of Region 4, team number 2. Winner over Windsor Forest by 21, squeaking past Stevenson, a perennial power, beating North Cobb by 24, and then beating North Gwinnett. They were down 9 at one point, coming back to win 56-51 last night here at the arena at Gwinnett Center. Now, when it comes to these teams and these particular players, we got to start with McEachern, and it starts with one name in particular.
Well, you're exactly right. Patches Roberts. This young lady is very exciting. Going to Syracuse University, she plays well with the basketball, scores inside and out, shoots the 3 deep, and I tell you, she's going to put some points up tonight. Watch, she could get 20.
Now, last year, McEachern, they came here, they lost. Head coach Phyllis Arthur says that the mood is a lot looser this time around. But when it comes to Hillgrove, once again, they're playing with house money just as much, and the focus here is on someone who hits her free throws.
So I tell you what, this young lady she can really do a good job of playing basketball and shooting the basketball. She's going to Wake Forest University, and they love her because she plays well with the basketball, putting the ball in her hands, carrying the team on her back, and Rodrigo is really going to be, it's going to be important for her to really do well tonight.
We're going to see what Rodrigo does. That is the setup for this particular ball game. When we come back to the arena at Gwinnett Center, it is the girls 5A title. Somebody's getting it for the first time. Is it Hillgrove or McEachern? We'll have the answer when we come back right here on the great GPB. Stay with us.
GPB's broadcast of high school championship basketball is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
More heart.
More drive. More will.
More guts.
More sweat.
More dedication.
More practice. More control.
More clutch.
More hard work.
More fun.
More family.
More love.
More basketball.
Baseball.
College tennis.
More every day.
More everything. More.
More to come.
More Wilson.
The Basketball High School Championships on GPB are made possible in part by the Georgia High School Association, which thanks Georgia Farm Bureau for their support.
Through its many programs, the Georgia High School Association is training tomorrow's leaders. At Georgia Farm Bureau, we also promote leadership development programs. Farm Bureau serves its members through a host of services, from insurance to health care to popular discount programs, delivered through your local Farm Bureau office.
Farm Bureau, benefiting your community and state. Helping you is what we do best.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires.
You just won the Class 2A state championship. Where are you going?
I'm going back to high school.
Legend Ronnie Spector and John Bowser Bauman bring your favorite rock, pop, and doo-wop memories back to the stage in an all-new My Music PBS special.
Tuesday at 8:30 on GPB.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. Girls 5A title game just around the corner. Third member of our broadcast team is Lindsay Theory. Lindsay, what you got?
Hey, thanks, John. All right, well, Sean already mentioned how much D1 talent is on the floor tonight. And would you believe one of those D1 commits is only a freshman? Yes, McEachern's Taya Cooper, number 2. Keep an eye on her. She committed to North Carolina before even playing one high school game. What do you think, Sean? Will she do something something tonight?
She's going to do something, Lindsay. You're exactly right. Do something. That's going to be the key statement for tonight.
Here's your McEachern starters, Cooper and Cooper, Taya and Mia, Dominique Wilson, also the third guard in that lineup, Patches Roberts heading to Syracuse. Destiny Gibbs is the fourth guard in the lineup. For Hillgrove, out of Region 4, the number 2 seed, you're going to have a lineup that is going to have Maisie Steed at one forward, Meredith Hare at the other forward. In the middle, it's Mackenzie Ingram. Keep an eye on her. She's only a sophomore. Look at all the youth on that lineup. Selena Rodrigo, the player we focused on in the Open, 23, and Marissa Lester finishes out your back court. Let's take a look at Phyllis Arthur. Once again, Phyllis Arthur, 32-0 coming into this ball game. They're nationally ranked second in the country. They feel as a team a lot looser now than they did in the semifinals going up against Norcross. So in a way, they feel like they have nothing to lose even though they're way up the ladder.
But John, you're exactly right. Last night's contest versus Norcross, you think that was a state championship game. Going against Norcross, they came out a lot more intense. And I tell you what, they're going to bring that same intensity today because they're hungry to get that title.
There's Cheryl Fowler right in the middle of the huddle for Hillgrove. This is her last game as a head coach in the state of Georgia. She has ties to McEachern, coaching there 16 years before coaching the Hillgrove program and bringing them into this position right now. Let's take a look at our referees for the game. Roy Lee Honeycutt, a very busy Amy Toady, has been busy down in Macon with the single A games in the semis, and Eric Terrain is your third official. We will continue to update you on the Cheryl Fowler story as the night goes along. Now, the 3 games that these two teams have played, they've been one of 2 ways. It's a game that could make you drowsy, or it could be a close shave one way or the other, or it's a game that has been a complete blowout. Which one are you expecting here tonight?
I tell you what, it has a chance to be a blowout, but I think Coach Fowler and Hillgrove, they're going to come out here and try to control the tempo, and I think they're trying to do that early, but McEachern's going to try to apply the pressure, force it, get up and down the court, and put some points on the board.
Tempo, turnovers, and taking care of the ball. That's the way it's got to be for Hillgrove. Those games, Hillgrove lost 77-40 January 13th. February 7th, it was a 43-37 game. And then in the region finals, it determined Region Seed 1 and Region Seed 2, 63-37. So you're talking 37-6 and 26, and the ball is up in the 5A title game. McEachern wins the toss. Working perimeter. Thinking about a long 3 is good. Off the bat by Mia Cooper.
You see McEachern coming out attacking, hitting the 3, going straight to the press.
Pull-up jumper in the paint, rimming out, no good. Rebound fought for, and where's it going? It's going toward McEachern. The miss that time by Maisie Steed.
McEachern's just really, really aggressive right now. Shooting the 3, getting into the press. They want to get an early lead quick.
Working up the floor, it's Taya Cooper. Lindsay mentioned her in the Open. Destiny Gibbs now with the basketball. Near corner, spin move, looking to go into the paint, dish. Think of the 3, pull up, jumper, good.
2 possessions, 2 baskets.
5-0 McEachern, 45 seconds in over Hillgrove. They are pressing on a 2-2 full court. Now they're releasing back in, but way inside is Steed, looking for the pass. They're going to kick it back outside and reset. Jumper on the board, off by Meredith Heyer. Rebound by Mia Cooper. Cooper to Destiny Gibbs. Taya Cooper thinks of the 3, takes the 3, long distance, misses everything out of bounds, and it's going over to Hillgrove.
It looks like Hillgrove's trying to be aggressive as well, too. They're coming out, they're attacking, shooting the quick shots, but they don't want to play like that. You got to do a better job of controlling the tempo.
Meredith Heyer on the inbounds pass, and 2 McEachern players trying to surround the basketball, and we're going to have a foul called. Looks like it's going to be called on Dominique Wilson, her first of the ball game, minute 13 in. Once again, your starting 5s for McEachern. Taya Cooper 2, Mia Cooper 3, Dominique Wilson 12, Patches Roberts 23, Destiny Gibbs 34 for Hillgrove. On the inside, thinking about the basket on the baseline, kick it back out for a 3-point attempt, off the rim, off the backboard, no good. People waiting around for it, picked up by McEachern on the inline, stays with Hillgrove.
McEachern coming out with a 1-3-1, trying to trap the ball in half court and force the tempo even in the half court now. And Hillgrove's just got to capitalize on some open opportunities.
Looking to inbound, Meredith Heyer, having to go long all the way back to backcourt to Selena Rodrigo. Rodrigo will take her time, bringing it up, down 5-0 here in the 5A title game. Once again, 13, Maisie Steed, 21, Mackenzie Ingram, a sophomore, Meredith Heyer, 22, Rodrigo, 23, and Marissa Lester, 24. Pass in the inside, knocked away, picked back up by Hillgrove. Thinking about it, once again, Rodrigo with the easy move off the backboard, no good. McEachern players fighting for it. Looks like it's going to stay with Hillgrove again.
Rodrigo's doing a good job getting in there. She's got to hit those shots. I think as the game goes on, she'll be comfortable and knock a few of those down.
Heading to Wake Forest to play her collegiate career. Has the ball back outside, top of the circle. Nice pass inside to Steed. Steed tries to throw it off the window, no good. Rebound picked up by Destiny Gibbs. She'll bring it across. In the give to Cooper. Mia to Taya. Taya inside to Gibbs. Gibbs turnaround move, misses everything. The ball goes out of bounds, stays with McEachern.
It's interesting, McEachern really doesn't have a strong post presence out there on the floor right now. They got a bunch of guards and forwards. They want to play outside in, spread you out, shoot the three and penetrate.
Pass knocked away, picked up in transition. Rodrigo with the bounce pass. Looking for Lester, picked back up in the corner. Easy one-touch passing. Passing too quickly. Cooper comes back with it in transition for McEachern. Top of the key, easy jumper, good.
Pick your poison. You stop transition, but you still got to come out and defend them. They're going to shoot that three. That's what they want to do. Live and die behind the arc.
Dominique Wilson with the 2 makes it 7-0 McEachern, missed by Hillgrove. And back comes Destiny Gibbs for McEachern. 7 in a row to start in the first 2:45 and counting, now make it 9.
Got to be a timeout coming up real soon. There we go. Can't let this lead get out of control this early.
30-second timeout for the Crimson and Silver, down 9-0 after the first 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Obviously the start that you're looking for if you're Phyllis Arthur compared to what happened here last year.
Well, I think that's what she wanted to do. Set the tempo with their defense and offense. Be aggressive in attacking and scoring. Be aggressive also in defending the basketball.
McEachern, 4 of their first 6 on the floor. Hillgrove is 0 for their first 6. Down 9-0. Once again, 5:07 to go here in the girls 5A championship. Battle of Region 4, number 1, and Region 4, number 2. Let's look at the run for McEachern, and it has been from all around.
I tell you what, again, shooting the 3. There it is. Deep ball. That's what we want to do. Live it by. Transition basketball. When you stop and help, they're going to spread you out. Again, bam, deep from the outside.
And then, of course, there's your inside bucket right there to make it 9. Back to live action now. Hillgrove with the basketball, trying to drive in. Shot is blocked by Mia Cooper. Gibbs coming back out with it in transition. Taya Cooper fighting for it, going into the paint. The toss to Patches Roberts up and in.
A freshman, penetrate, kicking it out there. I'll tell you what, that young girl's going to do a good job up there in Chapel Hill.
11-0 now, 4:42 to go. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mia Cooper.
Here's that press again. They're pressing. McEachern forcing the tempo. Let's press. Let's get the turnovers. Get easy baskets.
Diamond Thomas now in the ball game for Hillgrove. Cheryl Fowler trying to come up with some kind of combination that'll put points on the board. Tiffany Schick with the basketball. Kicks it back outside to Selena Rodrigo, guarded by Cooper. Backcourt now is Diamond Thomas and Rodrigo. Pass over to Meredith Heyer, looking inside to Schick. Back out, top of the key, working the triangle near side. Rodrigo thinks about the 3. Ball knocked out from behind, scrambled for on the floor, out of bounds, heading to McEachern.
Everything's going McEachern's way. McEachern doing a good job of pressuring the basketball, forcing the help when it comes, and then all of a sudden, they're getting the rebounds.
McEachern coming into the game once again ranked 2nd in the country. They took their game on the road, played in tournaments in Tennessee, and all over the place playing any and all comers. Whistle on the inside off the missed 3, and we're heading the other way. Foul on McEachern on the rebound. Played at the Tennessee Turkey Jam. Beat Memphis Overton, Memphis Central. That's the 2nd foul on Dominique Wilson. So she is going to take a seat, and we are going to take a break. We are halfway through the first quarter of the girls 5A title game. It has been all McEachern so far, 11-0 on Hillgrove. More from the arena at Gwinnett Center when we come back on GPB.
Broadcast of this program is made possible in part by the following.
As leaders in our communities, Georgia's locally owned and operated electric membership corporations are proud to sponsor the Georgia High School Association and to help our student athletes become the leaders of tomorrow. Georgia's electric membership corporations, lighting the way.
As a strong, stable bank, we're always looking for opportunities to boost the vitality of our communities by supporting local events and finding financial solutions for our customers in all economic times. Regions is proud to be a partner with Georgia Public Broadcasting in building a better Georgia.
The Atlanta Dream, Atlanta's back-to-back Eastern Conference champions and Atlanta Sports Council's Team of the Year, is back at Phillips Arena on May 25th with 2012 Olympic hopefuls Angel McEachern and Lindsey Harding and Brazilian Olympian Erica de Souza. It's the Dream's 5th anniversary season this summer at Phillips Arena. Ticket information at atlantadream.net or 877-977-7729. Run with the Dream.
The basketball high school championships on GPB are made possible in part by the Georgia High School Association, which thanks Georgia Farm Bureau for their support.
Through its many programs, the Georgia High School Association is training tomorrow's leaders. At Georgia Farm Bureau, we also promote leadership development programs. Farm Bureau serves its members through a host of services, from insurance to health care to popular discount programs, delivered through your local Farm Bureau office.
Farm Bureau, benefiting your community and state. Helping you is what we do best.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. McEachern with the first 11 points on the board in the first 4 minutes and 2 seconds. McEachern 5 of 8 from the field to start. Hillgrove starting off 0 for their first 7.
That's the pressure that McEachern wants. Extended it at all times. Dead balls that made baskets, there's always going to be pressure.
Checking in for McEachern, Kayla Montgomery, the presence in the middle, heading to Clemson after this season. Double team in the corner, picked away. Coming back the other way, off the glass, no good. On the follow, up and in. That's what happens when you've got Montgomery in the middle.
Hey, she's about 6'5". She's going to Clemson, as you said. But she's going to be a little project. Got to get a little stronger, but she's long, she's tall, and she is a threat down low.
13-0 McEachern. Rodrigo with the basketball for Hillgrove, thinking of the three, takes it short. Rebound picked up on the inside by Montgomery. Back comes McEachern. Taya Cooper gives up on a flashing Montgomery, works it around. Inside, Destiny Gibbs off the window. Does not get the roll. Picked up by Mackenzie Ingram, the sophomore for Hillgrove. Hillgrove still searching for their first points on the board 5 minutes in. McEachern up 13-0. Bounce pass, Schick, baseline, rimming no. Follow no good. Third shot in.
She had to stay with it. She had to stay with it. Missed the first one. I think she was intimidated by the presence of Montgomery, but she was able to get back and get the deuce.
Hillgrove's first 2 on the board now makes it 13-2, an 11-point ball game. Taya Cooper now with the basketball, top of the key. Gives it to her sister, and its sister act back and forth right now, looking to figure out what they can do on the inside. Montgomery looking to set a screen to see if Cooper will penetrate. Gives up on the plate. Now it's Mia Cooper, top of the circle, and steps.
There's a good thought by Montgomery. She's just not there to play on the perimeter. Got to get back inside, either set the ball screen, roll to the basket, or stay on the block.
Maisie Steed out. Meredith Heyer back in, handling the basketball now for the Lady Hawks. Trying to come up with another 2. Penetration, Schick. Heyer once again pulls up for the jumper, long. Rebound on the inside, picked up by Mackenzie Ingram, up and in.
I like Ingram, a sophomore, only 15 years old. Strong move to the basket for 2.
Quickly back in transition, Taya Cooper.
You got to get back on defense, transition. That's what McEachern does. You think you got them, bam, they're going to come back and score right in the face.
15-4, margin still at 11. Rodrigo giving to Diamond Thomas, looking to penetrate. 3 tall trees in there for McEachern, gives up the basketball. Back comes Destiny Gibbs. Down the middle of the floor, pushed from behind. Looks like they're going to call Diamond Thomas for the foul.
Been talking to Coach Arthur last night, her team, the way they spread you out, because they shoot the 3 ball so well, they spread you out like Duke. They pick your poison. You want to defend us on the perimeter? We're going to penetrate. You want to cut off the inside, you kick it up for the outside shot.
Rebounds right there. You saw 6-5. McEachern with the slide edge. Looking to inbound is Gibbs. Gibbs finds Cooper. Cooper to Patches Roberts. Runner good.
Wow. Taking that to Syracuse. She's good.
17-4 McEachern now. Under 90 seconds to go first quarter. A long first quarter for the Lady Hawks. Meredith Heyer ends up giving the ball back to Rodrigo after she slipped on the floor. Pull-up 3 is short. by Marissa Lester. Rebound picked up by McEachern, and they are getting to it in transition. Taya Cooper, easy two, missed off the layup that time by Jocelyn Ramos now in the game for McEachern. Back come the Hawks.
Yeah, Ramos has to capitalize. That was an easy layup, another assist opportunity for Cooper.
Shot in the middle, blocked, fumbled around, picked up, trying to come up with it. They're going to call alternate possession, and it stays with Hillgrove. Here's the block again.
This Patches is doing a good job at stopping the penetration with the block, and there's a good tie-up. And I tell you what, McEachern is so aggressive. They play hard, and it's just aggressive. That's a great word to describe them, aggressive.
55 seconds and counting first quarter. Hook shot up by Ingram, no good, but they'll call a foul on the inside. Looks like it's on Patches Roberts. But they'll call it on Kayla Montgomery instead. That's Montgomery's first.
15 years old at the free throw line, Ingram. She's one of those stars we talked about. In 2 years, she'll be a name recognized around the nation.
Hillgrove trying to get into this 13-point deficit any way that they can. Ingram's second free throw is up. Rims out, no good. Rebound crash, ball goes to McEachern.
Now McEachern, this is their big lineup, believe it or not. You got Montgomery in at the 5, and you've got Patches there at the 4, so this is when they get a little big on you with some size.
Cooper, Montgomery, Robertson, Gibbs, three-point attempt, good.
Pick your poison, what do? You can't defend all positions.
Mia Cooper with the three, 20 points on the board for McEachern. The lead is now 16. Schick in trouble in traffic. 3 McEachern bodies around her. They're going to call a whistle. They do now. But what's the call? Looks like the call's an offensive foul on Hillgrove. The foul is on Schick in the scrum.
Who was at the bottom of the pile there, John? Cooper.
All of them.
Hey, the first person down was Cooper. She committed to North Carolina already. Didn't even play 1 second of high school basketball. Shows you how good she is.
Well, you're averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals a game. You know that Sylvia Hatchell's going to come calling, and she did it all the way back in August just to make sure that she wouldn't have to worry about the process anymore. Under 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Gibbs dribbling outside. Near wing looking for one shot. Taya Cooper looking to drive on Rodrigo. Spin move, knocked away. Hillgrove trying to come out with it under 5 seconds. Schick, Rodrigo, 3, 2, 1. Get it off in time. Yes, and got it.
Wait for us. Here I come. She stayed with the dribble. Nice shot.
And that is the way to end the quarter if you're Hillgrove. It was a long 8 minutes. But McEachern, after the first 8 minutes, is now up 20-7. 1 quarter down. Second quarter coming up, 5A title game here on the great GPB. Back to the arena at Gwinnett Center after this.
Broadcast of this program is made possible in part by the following.
Regions Bank is proud to sponsor the Directors Cup, a year-long competition encompassing all girls and boys sports in every region and classification throughout Georgia. The winning schools are honored for their sustained and overall athletic achievement. Please join us in celebrating this year's Regions Directors Cup winners, because at Regions Bank, we believe in working together to build better communities.
When you invite a plumber into your home, do you know if they are state certified? Why is that even important to you? Here's why. A state certified plumber cannot misrepresent themselves by telling you that they can do a job only to find out later that they were not qualified. Now you're out of time and money. At Plumber 911, all our plumbers are certified by the state of Georgia. They have more than 10,000 hours of on-the-job and classroom training, plus a background check. Information available at 404-373-9114 or online at plumber911.net.
And by the Mabel Reader Foundation.
When you wish upon a star, make no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come.
championship. Where are you going?
I'm going back to high school.
Rock legend Ronnie Spector and John Bowser Bauman bring your favorite rock, pop, and doo-wop memories back to the stage in an all-new My Music PBS special.
Tuesday at 8:30 on GPB.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. First quarter in the books of the girls' 5A title game. McEachern up 20-7 over Hillgrove. Hillgrove had a rough start, down 11, 20-7 right now after one. And football fans, GPB Sports launches another great season of high school football with the Metro PCS Corky Cal Classic, August 25th, live from the Big Top, the Georgia Dome. 21st year of the Classic, bigger and better than ever. They've added a game. Now it's 10 teams, televised live in HD across the state on GPB. Bright and early, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with GPB Sports starting at 9 a.m. Grayson, top recruit in the country, Robert Kimdichi. South Georgia powerhouses Camden and Colquitt football junkies tune in August 25th, 14 hours of high school football right there. And the McEachern cheerleaders had a lot to cheer about in that first quarter, Sean.
Well, hey, 20-7. That's all you can do is keep cheering because the game's going to get a little bit better, I think, for McEachern. They're doing a great job attacking and going to the offensive glass, shooting an open shot, and doing a great job of defending. 60% from the floor for McEachern in the first, 9 of 15. Hillgrove 3 of 16. McEachern with the rebounding edge, 9-6. Second quarter now underway. It is the three-pointer launched off the front of the rim, no good. By McEachern, back in transition, it is Marissa Lester. Lester to Rodrigo. Rodrigo will direct traffic, guarded by Destiny Gibbs. Rodrigo hit the big three from just inside half court at the end of the first. Shot by Ingram, blocked in the paint. Coming back out with it, Taya Cooper. Cooper looking. Her pass was deflected to Destiny Gibbs. Off the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Maisie Steed. Long outlet pass to Ingram. Ingram pulls up off the window, missed it. And McEachern comes back with the rebound, crashing the boards. They had 3 blue jerseys there to the one for the Lady Hawks. I tell you what, these kids from McEachern are saying, we got to win, and we're going to win with a team effort. Dominique Wilson at point, looking for Gibbs to come out for a little help. Try to draw Hillgrove out of that defensive zone. Knocked out of bounds by Ingram, stays with McEachern. I was really shocked that Hillgrove came out and played man-to-man. I thought they would have started with a zone. I'd give you the open shot on the perimeter, but I'm not going to give you the inside as well. Jump shot from the elbow is good by Patches Roberts. Now it's 22-7. Back comes Hillgrove. Patches is putting on a clinic. She said, I'm going to Syracuse up in the cold weather, but I'm going to be hot when I go there with this stroke. Patches now with 6 of McEachern's 22. Mia Cooper had 6 in the first quarter as well. Rodrigo looking for motion on the inside. Guarded by Taya Cooper. Inside Ingram. Ingram looking for help, trying to find it wherever she can. 3 McEachern players collapse. Rodrigo pull-up jumper off the back of the rim, no good. On the inside, off the glass, up and good, Marissa Lester. That's good putback right there for number 24 for the Hawks. Good putback, getting them on the board for 9 points. Margin back to 13 at 22-9. 2 minutes gone, turnover, pass goes astray. We're heading back to Hillgrove's direction. Starting to see a little life in Hillgrove. Thinking now in the second quarter, getting a little confidence. We've got past that first quarter jitters. See if they can make a run. Rodrigo almost had 2 players on her collapse just before half court. Maisie Steed kicks it back so Rodrigo can set up the offense. 5:50 and counting first half. McEachern up 13, 22-9. Ingram off the elbow, pass to Steed, kicks it back out. Higher, 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound kicked around on the inside. And coming out with it, Taya Cooper from McEachern. Taya Cooper's her floor general. Look how she handles the ball, controls the tempo of the game, make sure everyone's in front of her. Kicks it near side, Gibbs. Looking to drive into the paint, off the window, no good. Rebound picked up on the inside by Ingram. Ingram to Rodrigo. Nice outlet pass to Higher. Misses the shot off the front of the rim. Back comes McEachern again in transition.
And they're going to pull it back out to try it again. Dominique Wilson set up three. Patches misses. Tries to fight for the rebound after it goes through a couple of different bodies. McEachern picks it back up to reset 3 minutes in.
Always deepest rule, long shots, long rebounds.
Dominique Wilson looking inside. They're trying to draw Hillgrove out of this zone pressure. And that leaves the paint wide open for the drive and two.
It's a good drive, good drive. Going to Arkansas, going to take a game out there to Razorback country.
Rodrigo double team, gets past it, dribbles almost into the paint. Heyer thinks about the three, kicks it back out. Working rotation, jump shot, Lester off the back of the rim, no good. And there's Patches Robertson for the rebound. We got a jump ball situation, alternate possession, stays with Hillgrove.
Roberts is doing it all. Patches is doing everything you can imagine. And she's rebounding, she's scoring, she's doing all the things to keep her game in play.
And here's the last two on the board. Nice dribble drive there. Easy two for Dominique Wilson. Her first two of the ball game. 4:26 to go first half. McEachern up 15, 24-9. Off the elbow, shot no good by Steed. Picked up Gibbs. Outlet. It is to Dominique Wilson. Wilson pulls up, jump shot, long, no good. Into the game now. It is Kayla Montgomery. Bounces inside. Pass again for two.
I'll tell you what, clockwork, that team is really well coached. But when you got players like Cooper on the court, you got Patches on the court, it's really hard to defend all those young girls.
26-9, back up to 17. Halfway home in the first half. Rodrigo. Pass to Heyer. Shot off the rim, no good. Long rebound once again in transition. Roberts for the easy two.
Another timeout coming up, I think, Coach. You really need something right here to control and slow the tempo down. If I'm Hillgrove, just really allow my girls to take their time.
Rodrigo now double teamed in front of the McEachern bench. They're going to call a foul on Taya Cooper at the 3:38 mark. And since we are past halfway of the second quarter, that means that we are going to take a little bit of a blow ourselves. McEachern up 19, 28-9 over Hillgrove in the girls' 5A championship. Battle of Region 4 finishes up the second quarter when we come back on the great GPB from the arena at Gwinnett Center.
Basketball high school championships on GPB are made possible in part by the Georgia High School Association, which thanks Georgia Farm Bureau for their support.
We strongly believe in training the leaders of tomorrow. That's why we're proud to be part of Georgia High School Association program. Farm Bureau is a nonprofit organization serving our state for nearly 75 years. While we focus on farmers in rural Georgia, our benefits are available to all, from insurance to health programs to popular discount programs.
Georgia Farm Bureau, helping you is what we do best.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. 3:38 to go first half. McEachern up 28-9. We'll get back to the action in just a sec. But hey, did you know? GPB Sports, Mark Harmon and Herb White, center court, center stage during the halftime of the 5A boys game coming up. The top three dunkers in the state of Georgia that have been voted the best rim rockers in the state of Georgia. You voted online now. You can now see them live in action with all of their high-flying artistry. The GPB Sports AJC Slam Dunk Competition, the half of the 5A boys game, around 9:30 or so stay with us here on the great GPB.
Is Herb White going to dunk?
I think the elevator. Oh, I'd like to see the elevator from Decatur get some dunking time in. I don't know if
he's a skyrocketing guy now. He can get up.
Oh, and that's the thing. That's why I always make sure to stay out of the way. And if I need something off the top shelf, I always go to her. Second quarter field goal percentages right now. McEachern 5 of 9, 56%. Hillgrove 1 of 7 for 14%. Hillgrove started out the game 0 for 9. Hit their next 3 out of their next 7. Now they're 1 of their last 7. So it's ebbs and flows right now for Cheryl Fowler and the Hillgrove Lady Hawks right there. There's your numbers, 14 of 24 overall. Hillgrove 3 for 23.
That's the defense by McEachern. And also, I think there's a little nervousness in there as well, too.
Rodrigo dribble, drive, dish, Maisie Steed, up and in counter.
When you're playing a team like McEachern, the best way to hit them is get them in the heart. Get them right there in the guts of the paint, and now get to the free throw line for an and one.
Steed heading to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, and foul on Destiny Gibbs. Her first. 15 foul from McEachern, only 2 for Hillgrove. Near corner Gibbs. Puts it back out to Dominique Wilson. Far side, Taya Cooper. Has Gibbs open on the wing, throws it up. They're going to call a whistle and a foul on the drive.
Cooper just having that presence as a freshman to really know when to attack, know when to bring it out. I tell you what, she's been around basketball all her life.
Meredith Heyer called for the foul. Her first long entry pass. Cooper, Gibbs looking inside. Wilson open far court, doesn't see her. Back to Taya, dribble drive. Destiny Gibbs, pull up jumper, good.
Balanced scoring about this McEachern team. Each person can score 20 points, so you got to pick your poison. Where are you going to defend? The three, the individuals?
Transition again off the turnover. Taya Cooper with the layup.
Got to protect the basketball against this McEachern team.
And once again, McEachern collapsing around the Lady Hawks. You see 2 or 3 bodies anytime that basketball hits the floor and someone knows that they can't move it any further. Another alternate possession, call on the jump ball. We're heading the other way with McEachern.
Again, who's the first one on the floor?
I believe that would be a Cooper.
There you go. She's tough. She is tough. She's ratty. Gonna love her in the Chapel Hill.
Gibbs inbounding to Taya Cooper, back to Gibbs. Directing traffic, cross-court pass, looking for it. Dominic Wilson couldn't handle it, turnover. 20-point game, McEachern, 32-12. 2:20 and counting, first half. The task for Celia Rodrigo, over and back, or a foul. We're going to call a foul first, okay. Foul's on Taya Cooper, and that'll be her second foul. And in comes Mia Cooper to replace her younger sister. Coach Arthur says that Mia is the more laid back of the two. The older one's the more laid back over the younger one?
I think sometimes that happens. I have 2 daughters myself. My youngest one is very intense.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark, first half, 20-point lead for McEachern, 32-12. Celia Rodrigo trying to direct traffic and get some kind of penetration on the baseline. Does, block. Kayla Montgomery with the presence in the middle. And you're going to see it coming up right here.
Just Montgomery just timing it perfectly. All ball, good block.
Mackenzie Ingram checking out. Tiffany Schick checking back in. And she is blocked when she gets the entry pass. Shot up and in for Selena Rodrigo.
Montgomery just showing her presence down low. I'm the tallest on the court. I'll be aggressively, defensively getting some blocks. But when she blocks, her teammates have got to secure that rebound and not give opportunities to score the basket.
Rodrigo with the free throw to cut it to 32-15. Last night in the semifinal against North Gwinnett, she ended up with 12 of the fourth quarter, 22 points that Hillgrove scored. And there's the basket right there by Kayla Montgomery in the paint.
I tell you, that's an advantage for McEachern. They can go small with it, but then when they go big, they bring Montgomery in. She's showing her presence down low. Just catching it with a quick drop step to the basket.
Rodrigo marked by Gibbs. Lesser trying to figure out if she can do something into the paint. Kicks it back to Rodrigo, who'll drive into the paint, loses control. We're going to call a foul. Getting ready to check back in are Ingram and Heyer for the Lady Hawks. Jocelyn Ramos now checking in for McEachern. Destiny Gibbs will take a seat. Diamond Thomas out for the Lady Hawks, as well as Maisie Steed. First free throw by Rodrigo is good. 8th team foul for McEachern. Hillgrove only with 3. Rodrigo in the semifinal, we were making the point about how she's scored 12 of the team's 22. 11 of 13 were from the line. This is the second there. 70 seconds and counting, first half. McEachern up 34-16 over Hillgrove. Patches, Wilson. Near corner, Cooper. Thought about the 3, kicked it back out to Dominique Wilson, who will reset. Guarded by Lester. Pass far side to Mia Cooper. Cooper and Rodrigo are a pair. Pull-up jumper, good.
Nice touch. I think that's Cooper's 3rd 3 for the game. She's got a beautiful touch.
37-16, 40 seconds to go first half. Rodrigo looking once again, baseline penetration. Kicks it to Schick. Schick into the paint, running left hand, partially blocked that time by Kayla Montgomery. McEachern back with it.
Montgomery just being a beast down low, showing how she can defend and block a few shots.
Roberts, Wilson, shot no good. Rodrigo with the rebound. Looks like they're going to call Patches Roberts for the foul as she was guarding Rodrigo coming up the floor. 18 seconds to go first half, a long first half for Hillgrove. McEachern leading by 21. There's Phyllis Arthur trying to go coast to coast, undefeated. Once again, ranked second in the country coming into this particular game. She played any and all comers in a couple of tournaments. The jump-off Holiday Invitational played Hollywood Christian, Hoover, and Riverdale of Tennessee. Tennessee Turkey Jam, Memphis Overton, and Memphis Central. So she's not afraid to take her team on the road to do some damage. Rodrigo.
Last night against Diamond DeShields, they did a great job of defending her. I mean, they played a box of one, but they played a straight-up man-to-man. These girls took on the challenge and was able to take it home with a W, get a chance to play today for the state championship.
10 seconds and counting first half. They're going to play for one. Patches Roberts starting to clear out the paint, looking to get something off the elbow, throws it off right hand, no good. Rodrigo looking, timing it again, throws it up ahead, blocked away. Trying to get the easy two. Dominique Wilson knocks it out of bounds, and that is the end of a very long first half for Hillgrove in this battle of Region 4 for the 5A championship. McEachern leading by 19, 37-18. Lindsay Theory now has head coach Phyllis Arthur of the McEachern Indians. Linz, what's up?
All right, Coach. Well, last night after the big win over Norcross, you said there was no danger of this team having a letdown. You've got to be pretty pleased with how they've opened this game up.
Yeah, I'm fairly pleased on offense. We can move around a little bit more. Right now, we're not moving our feet on defense. We're trying to go for steals, and we picked up some lazy fouls.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, Mark, let's go over to you on the set.
Lindsay, thanks so much. We are at halftime of the 5A girls game right now with McEachern leading Hillgrove 37-18. Coming up at the half, we'll hear from both principals. We'll also have a special report on the upcoming Slam Dunk exhibition from Jackie Britton. We'll also have first half highlights and stats. It's all coming up on the GPB Championship halftime show right now. McEachern and Hillgrove 37-18 your score at the halftime break. We're back after this timeout. GPB's broadcast of high school championship basketball is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
More heart.
More drive. More will.
More guts.
More sweat.
More dedication.
More practice. More control.
More clutch.
More hard work.
More fun.
More family.
More love.
More basketball.
Baseball.
College tennis.
More every day.
More everything. More.
More to come.
More Wilson.
We are Team Continuum.
Team 6.
Team Trambas.
Team Heartthrob.
We're going to win the Adventure Prize because we believe everybody needs it. Our product saves lives.
Meet John. John has decided to drop out of school, but what he didn't realize is that now this door will be closed to him. And this one too. Well, you get the idea.
Legend Ronnie Spector and John Bowser Bauman bring your favorite rock, pop, and doo-wop memories back to the stage in an all-new My Music PBS special.
Tuesday at 8:30 on GPB.
Welcome back to Championship Weekend here on GPB. We will have 10 championship games tonight and tomorrow night. It's a lot of excitement here on GPB. And we welcome to the show at the halftime of the girls' 5A game, McEachern and Hillgrove, the principal at Hillgrove High School, Dr. Robert Shaw. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
What's been the vibe over at Hillgrove High School this week as you make the semifinals and then make the championship game?
It's been very exciting. And, of course, to play McEachern, who's one of our biggest rivals. The kids have all been excited. Both the last 2 days, we've done a spirit walk where the drum line and the cheerleaders have escorted the girls out onto the bus to take them to this arena. And we even had the 8th graders from the middle school next door out to cheer our girls on. So it's been a great vibe, great atmosphere, a lot of excitement, and we're very excited to be here.
All right. There's a lot of big things going at Hillgrove High School these days.
Well, a lot of things. We are actually achieved platinum level for our student performance. We were also named a 2011 School of Excellence. So the academic side, we're doing very, very well. Athletically, our football team was undefeated region champs. Softball team finished 3rd in state. And, of course, our girls basketball team are just doing an amazing job, and some of the best kids and coaches you'd ever want to meet. And I love them to death, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
All right, it's time now. We were on for our football.
Yes, sir.
Football Fridays in Georgia. We asked you a question from the Georgia graduation test. This is not going to be on the Georgia graduation test, but it is a question. We want to know your tonsorial masterpiece. So check this out. What is this masterpiece called? It's associated with the rock culture. It was derived from the Iroquois Indians, Native Americans. Some people use glue and egg whites or cornstarch to hold that thing together. What is that hairdo called?
Well, I think I've seen it a few times at school. I'm going to go with Mohawk.
Mohawk, you are right. I didn't have one like that, but it's eye-catching.
Well, when I had hair, I used to make one like that, but I don't do that anymore.
Well, listen, thanks so much for coming on with us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having us, and again, thank you for supporting high school athletics, and we appreciate all that you guys do.
All right, coming up next at the halftime of the 5A game, we've got a very special event coming your way, and Jackie Britton is here to tell us all about it. Jackie?
Thanks, Mark. That's right. The dunking exhibition is coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's take a look at some of those all-stars that you'll see out there on the court. What really makes a slam dunk a slam dunk? Is it the style, the speed, or the overall movement that propels a player into the air with a powerful surge, ending with the ball in the hoop and the crowd on their feet? Anything you've seen in the NBA, you'll see in these contestants of the AJC Dunk Contest. Entries started coming in when an AJC writer introduced the dunk contest through his blog. With the help of the fans, the AJC was able to narrow down the top 10, then 5, and then the final 3. Those top 3 proved to be the best of the best. Shaq Goodwin, a senior at Southwest DeKalb, who signed with the University of Memphis. At 6'8", not much stops him from a little 3-on-1 before finishing with an elbow dunk. And how about Dawson Womack from North Cobb Christian? Another power forward soars over another person before slamming one in. And finally, Chris Bolden, a senior at North Gwinnett High, who's committed to Georgia Tech, doesn't have any additional tricks, just a traditional slam dunk. After weeks of voting, the winner isn't left up to a panel of judges, but to the fans. Each fan can vote once every hour. And whether you like the winner or not, no one can deny that a slam dunk is one of those things that always seems to stun the crowd. All right, and Shaq Goodwin, who goes to Southwest DeKalb at 6'8", won the AJC Dunk Contest. We just saw him out there on the court, so congratulations to him. Mark, I'll send it back over to you.
Jackie, thanks so much. We want to welcome down into the program the principal of McEachern High School, Regina Montgomery. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me.
You have had an outstanding season with these girls. They are undefeated, ranked #1 in Georgia, #2 in the country.
We have had a great season. They're a great group of girls.
What's the vibe like out there at McEachern High School for the girls team?
Nothing but excitement. As you said, we're ranked #1 in the region, #2 in the nation, #1 in the state. And as I said, the girls are great. So put those two things together and you have nothing but excitement.
You know, we were over there for the football season. I mean, you guys win a lot of games in football, too.
We did. We had an outstanding football season. Didn't end up where we wanted to end up, but that just gives us something to work harder for.
A lot of good building projects going on there.
That's correct. We just opened our new health and physical education center. And we're doing a great job. The kids are outstanding.
Now, I know you didn't want to play the Are You Smarter game from the Georgia graduation test, so we've got another question for you.
Okay.
Know your tonsorial masterwork. Now, that is something. What is that called? It's a wig for men. It was made fashionable in the 17th and 18th centuries. It was a vital part of the upper class of the French and British households. What is that thing called?
Periwig.
You are right. They rang the bell. I didn't know the answer to that one either, but you are correct.
I think I saw that in some book.
A periwig.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, thanks for coming on and good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Coming up, it's almost time for the second half. We'll be back with more, some halftime highlights and statistics when we come back after this timeout. Stay with us.
Broadcast of this program is made possible in part by the following.
The Atlanta Dream, Atlanta's back-to-back Eastern Conference champions and Atlanta Sports Council's Team of the Year, is back at Phillips Arena on May 25th with 2012 Olympic hopefuls Angel McEachern and Lindsey Harding and Brazilian Olympian Erica de Souza. It's the Dream's 5th anniversary season this summer at Phillips Arena. Ticket information at atlantadream.net or 877-977-7729. Run with the Dream.
As leaders in our communities, Georgia's locally owned and operated electric membership corporations are proud to sponsor the Georgia High School Association and to help our student athletes become the leaders of tomorrow. Georgia's electric membership corporations, lighting the way.
Welcome back to Chance of a Lifetime. It's the final stage of the game, and it's also time for Jane to choose a door. Help her out. What door should she pick? All right, so Jane, which door did you choose?
I think I'm going to go with door number 2.
Door number... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like it says right here that you never graduated high school, so none of these doors are available to you. That's it for Chance of a Lifetime. We'll see you next time.
The basketball high school championships on GPB are made possible in part by the Georgia High School Association, which thanks Georgia Farm Bureau for their support.
Through its many programs, the Georgia High School Association is training tomorrow's leaders. At Georgia Farm Bureau, we also promote leadership development programs. Farm Bureau serves its members through a host of services, from insurance to health care to popular discount programs, delivered through your local Farm Bureau office.
Farm Bureau, benefiting your community and state. Helping you is what we do best.
You're watching GPB, television worth sharing.
It is championship weekend here on GPB. Time now to get ready for the second half of the girls class 5A championship game between top-ranked McEachern and Hillgrove. And so for the call of the second half, we send it to John Nelson and Sean Golden.
Thank you very much, Mark Harmon. Before we go any further here in the first half, heading toward the second half, let's send it over to Lindsey Theory, who has caught up with Coach Fowler to find out about the Hillgrove point of view. Lindsey.
Coach, obviously not the way you wanted to start the game out in that first half. What are your thoughts?
We're just got to keep plugging. The kids got to play, keep their heads up, and just hopefully the second half the shots will start falling for them.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, John, let's go right back over to you.
Thank you very much, Lindsey. Time, Coach, to check out the first half highlights and stats, and it was a long first half for Hillgrove, as we just heard from Coach Fowler. Let's check it out right here.
Well, first of all, McEachern's going to continue to attack. They're going to keep that pressure on. Stay focused if I'm McEachern. You got to play hard, play smart, definitely play together. You got a chance to make good history out here.
Patches Roberts knocking down a couple of shots on her own, and then it's the elder Cooper, Mia Cooper, with the three there. And then Destiny Gibbs, the pull-up from the baseline. That'll rim down, and there's the defense that you're talking about.
Exactly. It just tipped from behind, uncontested layup.
And the younger Cooper, Taya, with that last shot there. 18 of 30, McEachern 60% in the first half. Dominic Wilson leads them with 9. Hillgrove, 5 of 28 from the floor, 18%. Anything else stick out to you there?
I tell you, really, here's the key that's going to happen for this second half. The first 2 minutes of the half, after the second half, that's the key. Who sets the tone? If Hillgrove's going to come out and play hard, or McEachern's going to come out and punch them real quickly.
All right, things to pay attention to. Destiny Gibbs for McEachern, 34, has 3 fouls, so that could prove to send Coach Arthur to the bench deeper than she could. Selena Rodrigo led Hillgrove with 7 points in the first half. And there's that pressure defense again for McEachern. Tie up, alternate possession, sends it the other way.
Set the tone early. The first 2 minutes of the second half, that's when you set the tone, how you want this game to finish up.
10 seconds in, McEachern right now with a 19-point lead on Hillgrove here in the girls 5A championship from the arena at Gwinnett Center. Dribble drive, and they're going to call Looks like a foul on Marissa Lester on the drive right there by Taya Cooper.
You got Patches in the corner. You got Cooper penetrating. You couldn't help. Cooper was able to get in, get to the free throw line.
Once again, we talk about Taya Cooper in the semifinal against Norcross. 18 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 steals. An all-around performance for her. First free throw up and good.
She's got a heart of a lion. When you have that type of heart, you have that type of fighting, you're going to be able to excel. Plus, she's a very talented yet smart young woman.
Second free throw good. Lead back up to 21 at 39-18. McEachern comes out pressing, no surprise. Lester thinks about driving, kicks it back out, and they will start it all over again. Rodrigo. Top of the circle. Picked up by Dominique Wilson. Higher looking to drive. Pressure from behind by Cooper. And they're going to call a foul there as the jumper went up.
Hillgrove is coming out, going to pass the ball around side, top side, being able to penetrate, pull up, get to the free throw line. Chance to cut into the lead.
Lester's first free throw, good. First foul on Mia Cooper there. Lester getting a look from Emory University, playing some Division III ball down the line. 39-20. McEachern right now in control, still pressing and pressuring. But Higher comes out with it in the paint, and that's going to be a foul on Gibbs, and I think that's 4.
It's a little fight in Hillgrove. They're coming out, they're playing a little bit more intensity. You see the clapping of the bench. That's what they need. Let's get this game a little bit closer and stay more focused.
There's Higher coming out of the pack, and right there, going for the swipe. And they call the whistle.
Got to play defense with your feet, and you heard Coach talked about that before halftime. The girls are being too hungry trying to get the easy steals.
So then what do? You bring in Kayla Montgomery for Destiny Gibbs. Higher, pull up 3, looks long, is long, misses everything. And they're going to call Mia Cooper over the back.
John, as I said, this is when you got to stay focused. And right now, it looks like McEachern may have lost a little bit of that focus and that determination early in the second half.
Lester thought about the 3, drove into the paint, picked up by the biggin, Montgomery. Back comes Cooper. Mia Cooper falls down on the floor trying to keep her dribble and keep possession. Wise timeout called by Coach Arthur for the 30.
You can see the frustration in Coach Arthur's eyes and want to get her team gelled and get them back focused.
And for those of you trying to pay attention to the other action going on down in AAA in Macon, Washington County girls win 68-52. They will play the winner of the second semifinal. First semifinal, and AAA boys went to Drew, a new school, 75-61 over Washington High. Minute 15 in. And this is last year. You look at what's going on. It was a long year for Coach Arthur last year going up against Norcross. Norcross had the better of them that time. And that's how it ended up with McEachern advancing to that first semifinal last year, losing 61-36. Coming back at it this time around, pass inside Montgomery. We're going to call possession turnover heading back to Hillgrove.
McEachern a little sloppy. I think it's time for them to pick it up, force the tempo with their press, the half-court trap.
Minute and a half in. McEachern 19-point lead. Higher thinks of the 3, takes the 3, got it.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. She's got a nice stroke, picture-perfect stroke. Be able to get the 3, cut the lead into 16.
Cooper and Cooper, the law firm, bringing it up the floor for the Indians. They're going to be around for one more year. And you've got Taya, the 9th grader. And we'll try another 3 on that end. Shot no good by Patches Roberts. Then Roberts goes in after the rebound, and they call steps on Rodrigo.
See Coach Arthur starting to sub. When she see her players not listening and following the game plan, sit them down on the bench a little bit, get their mind right, they'll get back in the game.
Ramos looking inside to Montgomery. Shot is no good, but whistles. Third quarter field goals. Hillgrove is 0 for 2. McEachern, until that shot by Montgomery, had not attempted a field goal in the first 2 minutes. Fouls on Higher, her second. Free throw up, off the rim, no good. Kayla Montgomery, 6'5", heading to Clemson after this season. Second free throw short. You saw it come out of her hands a little funny. Higher on the floor, trying to scramble for it. Maisie Steed has the basketball for the Lady Hawks. Give to Rodrigo, clearing traffic. Trying to get into the paint, does. Dribble, drive. Nice play.
Wow. Now that's a good move. That's a good move. That's why she's going to Wake Forest and playing in the ACC. Great move by Rodrigo.
Hillgrove has it down to 14, 39-25. Cooper trying to drive on Steed. Montgomery at the free throw line. Jumper off the rim, no good. Picked up on the inside by Ramos, no good. Is there a third chance involved? Scramble on the floor, foul called. And it looks like the foul's going to be called on Hillgrove. There's Rodrigo driving to the bucket. She also got called for the foul on this end.
I tell you what, when she gets the ball in her hands, when she starts to create and get her mind to it, good things happen. She's a good player. Just doesn't have the talent around her that McEachern has, but she's a very good player.
7-0 Hillgrove run to get it to 14 at the 5:28 mark. Montgomery outside, top of the key, three-point. Speaking of three-point, Wilson gets it.
I tell you what, she can shoot that thing. She can really shoot the rock.
Heading to Arkansas, averaging 15 points a game and 3.5 rebounds. Higher thinks about the three again, hits it off of Patches Roberts' knee, gets it back. Kick back in, Rodrigo driving again off the glass and good.
She's starting to wake up. She knows in order for their team to have a chance, she's got to put them on her back.
Rodrigo now with 11 of Hillgrove's 27, back to 15. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Intercepted Ingram. Ingram trying to go coast to coast with it, has traffic behind, and that's what happened.
I like Ingram. 15 years old, sophomore, athletic, aggressive, tough. And she's only going to get better.
Third foul on Taya Cooper, who came in from behind. So she's got 8 points to go with her 3 fouls, and it looks like Coach Arthur's calling a timeout.
It's a wake-up call, timeout. Sometimes you got to wake them up a little bit with the timeout, jump into them a little bit, get the fire lit. Hopefully they'll come back out with a little bit better focus.
And we'll talk about the story with Hillgrove, and we'll get to that in just a second, but we have some other important business to talk to you about. It has to do with life on the flats. Georgia Tech Whiz Kids have teamed up to compete for cash and a U.S. patent with the 2012 Adventure Prize over at Georgia Tech. Tune in to GPB Tuesday, March the 13th at 7 o'clock to see the 6 finalists demonstrate and defend their innovations in front of a panel of expert judges and to see who will be this year's champion. This is television that you cannot miss. The Adventure Prize, Tuesday at 7 on GPB. Third quarter field goals, Hillgrove 3 of 5, McEachern 1 of 4. We're going to talk about Rodrigo, who's been very, very busy here third quarter.
Just attacking the rim. She knows she's got to score. Let me get some opportunities, get to the paint, kiss it off the glass. She's an electrifying player. Just doesn't have the depth that McEachern has, but I love watching her play.
Ingram to the free throw line. 4:51 to go, third quarter. Once again, it's down to 15, so let's see what kind of damage Mackenzie Ingram can do here. Spin of the ball, free throw short.
Wow, she's got a beautiful body. She's a great post player. She's going to gain about 10 pounds over her career here in high school, being able to take it to the next level, and I think she's going to be a good player in the next level in college.
Working with that tape in the palm and the 2 taped fingers off the edge. Rotation, splash. Down to 14, 42-28. Hillgrove chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And intercepted by Ingram again in the middle. Lester pulls it back out to Rodrigo. Rodrigo marked by Cooper. She'll pull it back out to reset. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Inside to Ingram. Ingram on Montgomery, off the foot. Back to Rodrigo, though. Once again, resetting is Hillgrove. Ingram fighting for position in the paint, looking for the entry pass. Knocked away from Montgomery, but got it anyway. Shot no good. Rebound picked up by Cooper. Bodies all over the floor. Coming back out with it is Wilson from McEachern. Driving off against Rodrigo. Mia Cooper thought about the three, gives it to her sister Taya, who sets the offense. Montgomery posted high. Looks like Patches Roberts looking to drive on Maisie Steed. Does. Shot no good. Cooper. And again Wilson. Three-pointer, no. Fought for 4 bodies in there. Roberts, Montgomery. Now we're adding 3 Hillgrove players. Alternate possession sends it the other way.
Now you can see the intensity of Hillgrove picked up. That time there were 2 white shirts on the floor, 1 blue shirt. So now the aggressive one is definitely Hillgrove.
We are 3:45 to go. Third quarter, McEachern's lead down to 14. What's Hillgrove going to do? We'll find out when we come back to the arena at Gwinnett Center on GPB.
Basketball high school championships on GPB are made possible in part by the Georgia High School Association, which thanks Georgia Farm Bureau for their support.
We strongly believe in training the leaders of tomorrow. That's why we're proud to be part of Georgia High School Association program. Farm Bureau is a nonprofit organization serving our state for nearly 75 years. While we focus on farmers in rural Georgia, our benefits are available to all, from insurance to health programs to popular discount programs.
Georgia Farm Bureau, helping you is what we do best.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. Halfway through the third quarter, McEachern leading Hillgrove 42-28. Let's flash back to last year. Phyllis Arthur had an entirely different experience. Angie Hembry, the head coach for Norcross, the team that they fought in the semifinals this year, there was her pedigree getting into the game, and the game was all Diamond DeShields. DeShields with the pass there for the easy 2. Norcross up 17 at that point, fourth quarter, and DeShields with the pick. She'll go coast to coast. Norcross wins it by 25 to get the 5A title last year. An entirely different experience for McEachern this time around here in 2012. And a lot of people were here at that game last night thinking that Norcross and McEachern, it was going to be a fantastic ball game, and it was to get us to this point here.
Oh, you're exactly right. Norcross and McEachern, big rivalry game, but McEachern was able to come out on top because they hit shots last night, and they did a good job defensively on Diamond DeShields.
Talk about single-digit wins. That win against Norcross last night was only one of 5 that McEachern has had to deal with this year. 3 to Memphis Central, 2 against North Cobb, 1 by 9, 1 by 3, 1 against Hillgrove, matchup number 2 in February, 43-37, and the game last night where they won by 3. So only 5 of the 32 wins have been by single digits.
Well, it shows you they know how to win close games, but do they know how to put games away? Because they were up by at least 12 points last night versus Norcross, had a chance to extend it, just couldn't get over the hump.
Let's see what Hillgrove does on possession. Coming up on 3.5 to go in the third. Higher dribbling inside to Rodrigo, looking to pass. Outlet, Steed, baseline, off the rim, no good. Tries to get her own rebound, picked up by Lester, and they'll reset. Higher to Rodrigo, guarded by Patches Roberts. Higher thinks about the 3, dribbles inside, kicks it out. Ingram, free throw, rims out, no good. Position by Steed, blocked by Wilson, and back comes McEachern.
That's that tenacious defense we talked about McEachern has. Now they got to capitalize.
4 bodies on the floor, 2 on 2. Declaria Daniels now in the game for McEachern. She's at the bottom of that pile along with Rodrigo.
I'm sure Coach Fowler at halftime really put some fire on these young girls. Now you're starting to see them get on the floor for a loose ball and sacrifice their bodies for the team.
3 minutes and counting in the third. Drive, no good by Wilson, picked up by Higher, who hands to Rodrigo, and they'll cross half court. As we said, Hillgrove chipping away, down 11-0. Hard start coming back off the window, rims out, no good. Picked up in the corner by Rodrigo, kicks it back out and around. Ingram thinks about the 17-footer, thinks against it. 3-pointer attempt. Lester is off, misses everything. Steve can't save it, heads to McEachern.
Tell you what, when Ingram really understands how good she can be and gets that confidence, I think she's going to hit those shots because she's had 2 or 3 point-blank range opportunities, just didn't get it into the cup.
Mia Cooper, Jocelyn Ramos in the game. Daniels will sit, as will Montgomery. Third quarter field goal percentages. McEachern 20%, 1 of 5. Hillgrove 3 of 7, 38%.
One of the toughest things to do when you're up by a large lead going into halftime, it's hard to stay focused and keep that drive because you kind of take a deep breath. I think that's what McEachern did. They got to find that drive back so they can really extend this lead.
Double dribble, 6th turnover now for McEachern. And Hillgrove hanging around.
You look at the body language of McEachern. Just look, they lost that edge, and they've got to get the edge back. A couple of runs will definitely do that. But Hillgrove doing a good job of attacking the press and hitting some shots.
2-1-2 press. Hillgrove does end up beating it. Rodrigo was initially trapped deep in her own territory. Picked up by Cooper, and Cooper thinking about it down along the baseline. Diamond Thomas loses possession, gets it back, looking for Schick. Alternate possession, stays with Hillgrove.
Rodrigo, it's always 1 against 2. She's being double teamed with the ball. She's having to do it all. Handle the pressure, score.
Misses everything on the three-point attempt, so we're sending it back the other way.
Well, maybe a strategy if this McEachern, let's try to fatigue her, wear her down so she won't be as effective in the fourth quarter.
Tipped out of bounds, stays with Hillgrove, and they'll try it again. This time, it is Higher missing with the 3, but Ingram is called for the push-off.
Yeah, she did. She got that left arm in there, extended a little bit. She had position. All she had to do is let the ball come to her.
Second foul for Higher there. Ingram tries to go for the intercept again, knocked out of bounds at the 147 mark, still at 14 points. And a lot of this has been done with Destiny Gibbs sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. That 8 points per game average is sitting on the pine. Intercepted. Ingram with the block going in on the foul. Players coming in from both sides, and looks like it's going to be called on Dominique Wilson. That'll be Wilson's second foul. 4th foul for McEachern. Hillgrove with 5 here in the third. 1:40 to go, 14-point advantage. It's been on 14 for quite some time. Hillgrove has had a lot of opportunities to try to trim it to 12, 10 or less, but they haven't been able to convert. Patches Roberts puts up a shot, no good. Rebound Schick. Schick looking to pass to Rodrigo. Battled for with Wilson. Wilson knocks it out of bounds, stays with Hillgrove.
And Hillgrove's fighting. I mean, you got to give them all the credit. They're fighting. They're giving everything they got. Just not, I don't think they have the, I wouldn't say talent in a negative way, but just don't have the ability to score at will, just like McEachern.
Steed in, Higher out for the Lady Hawks as Lester brings it up the floor. Hands to Rodrigo, who'll set up the offense. It's the signal from head coach Cheryl Fowler, dribbling on Dominique Wilson. A high dribble, tries to get out of trouble, does. Hands to Lester. Lester back to Rodrigo, resetting once more. Trying to find a way to drive on Cooper. Can't. Double teamed in the corner. Is she going to get out of it? Yes, she does. Lester to Ingram, way outside, waiting for Rodrigo to get back to her feet so she can reset. Look at the pressure that they're putting on Rodrigo on a foul on Patches Roberts.
Always 2-on-1. I tell you what, for her to handle that type of pressure and split it and get the foul, it shows you she's tough and handles the ball really strong and effective. The teammates got to step up and hit some shots to help her out.
First on Patches Roberts. They're going to give Roberts a bit of a blow. Kayla Montgomery now in the ball game. Maisie Steed dribbling on Mia Cooper. Knocked out from behind by Cooper. Stays with Hillgrove at 53.8. 53.8 left in the third. Hillgrove kind of loitering at the 42-28, a 14-point deficit. Chipped away from 21 down to 14 here in the third. Lester driving off the rim, no good. Ingram gets position, blocked from behind by Montgomery. Jocelyn Ramos trying to do something with it, and we got another foul. Correction, stepped on the inline. Thank you very much, Steve Graham. Better eyes than I have.
The eye in the sky.
Hillgrove once again. Ingram, Lester, 3. Rim, no good. Picked up Dominique Wilson. And we're heading the other way. Foul on Hillgrove.
And Wilson's doing a good job of having an all-around game. Hit threes early in the half. Now she's coming out. She's having to do a good job of rebounding for this team.
38.5 seconds to go, third quarter. McEachern still with a 14-point lead. Driving on Lester all the way down, pass up and rim out with the basket. Schick battling with Montgomery on the inside, up for the basket again. Jocelyn Ramos, no.
Cooper with a little shake and bake, getting down. A teammate didn't finish and give her the assist. And she's going to get you the free throw line. Hopefully she can put down 2.
Tiffany Schick with the foul. Tiffany Schick moved into Hillgrove's region from Texas last year, so she's getting her first example of Georgia high school basketball. She's getting an entitled game of 28.2. Second free throw up and good by Jocelyn Ramos. Back to a 15-point lead. Rodrigo marked by Taya Cooper. Looking to finish up the last 18 seconds or so of the third quarter. They're going to play for one. Rodrigo looking to drive on a high-low.
Watch the double team. Watch the double team. Watch the double team.
Screen by Lester. Doesn't take it. Tries to kick it out even further. Looking for Steed. Steed for three. Misses everything. Air ball with 2.1, so McEachern will have 2 seconds to do whatever they please. Or did it hit McEachern on the way out? Looks like it did. So it's going to be a catch and shoot with 2.1. Ingram is going to have to think about it. You got time. Got it.
And she hits it.
Second time in the game that Hillgrove has ended the quarter with a long-distance jumper. McEachern had a 21-point lead at the half. It is now down to 12. Third quarter is in the books. We are heading to the fourth quarter here at the arena at Gwinnett Center. The 5A title hanging in the balance right here on the great GPB. Stay with us.
Broadcast of this program is made possible in part by the following.
The Mabel Reader Foundation. The German Consulate in Atlanta, encouraging you to study German and to learn more about our diverse culture with much to discover in 2012. More information about Germany as an environmental leader and other current topics on the web at germany.info/Atlanta.
As a strong, stable bank, we're always looking for opportunities to boost the vitality of our communities by supporting local events and finding financial solutions for our customers in all economic times. Regions is proud to be a partner with Georgia Public Broadcasting in building a better Georgia.
Competing, learning, achieving. Sportsmanship builds character on the field and off. As leaders in our communities, Georgia's locally owned and operated electric membership corporations are proud to sponsor the Georgia High School Association and to help our student athletes become the leaders of tomorrow. Georgia's electric membership corporations, lighting the way.
It's fast and easy. Calling 1-877-472-1227 anytime provides you a simple solution for getting rid of your old car, giving you time to smell the roses.
We are Team Continuum. Team 6. Team Tramblas. Team Hardrock. We're going to win the Adventure Prize because we believe everybody needs it. Our product saves lives.
Welcome back to the arena at Gwinnett Center. A 21-point game is now down to 12 for the final 8 minutes. Top seed out of Region 4, McEachern, ranked second in the country. Had a 21-point lead at the half, Sean. Now after 3, it's down to 12. Everything seems to be collapsing into 1 point.
Well, this is the first time here. So when it's your first time here, you can smell the roses, you get a little tight. They've got to loosen up, got to stay aggressive, and be positive the entire fourth quarter. If they do that, cut down on the turnovers, they'll be cutting down nets.
Last game for Cheryl Fowler as head coach of Hillgrove as well. So they're trying to send her out on top after 30 years as a head coach in Cobb County. Here are the final 8 minutes. Taya Cooper to her sister Mia, back and forth, working their way around. Wilson trying for the shot in the paint, no good. Ingram comes out with it, running the floor. Has Lester, tries to find her. Intercepted by Patches Roberts, knocked out of bounds, stays with Hillgrove.
Ingram's been a beast. She's starting to wake up a little bit and playing tenacious defense.
Rodrigo gets the inbounds pass marked by Wilson. 3-point attempt, off the rim, no good. By Heyer, and back comes McEachern with numbers 3 on 2. Blocked from behind by Rodrigo, stays with McEachern.
See, that's what Hillgrove weren't doing in the first half. They weren't being aggressive. Now they're staying aggressive, getting back and contesting all the shots that McEachern tried to put up.
Here's Rodrigo with the block. Third quarter field goal percentages. Hillgrove 4 of 17. McEachern only 1 of 7 Cooper tries a three, got it. Sean, you talk about daggers, and you will all weekend. That was probably one of them to get it back to 15.
I think that was one of them. I think there's a couple more to come if McEachern's going to try to build in this lead, but they cannot slip up and make the necessary fouls, especially away from the basket like Cooper just committed.
Fourth foul on Taya Cooper now. It's a question for Phyllis Arthur. What does she do? One of her point guards. So what does she do? She's going to bring in Montgomery at the next dead ball. Lester dribbling, trying to dribble out of traffic. Rodrigo into the paint. Steed, Ingram, triple teamed, and they got a foul in there. But that's something that you've seen all night long. There's always 2 or 3 bodies. As soon as that basketball is still, 2 to 3 bodies surround it instantly.
That's right. They swarm to the basketball. They don't have a height advantage, but they got a quickness advantage. So when the ball goes into the post, they want to go in there and dig it out.
First free throw short by Ingram. And you got to think all that tape on that right hand has been bugging her. There's the numbers for the game right now, 6 points and 2 fouls.
But she's giving it at all. You can see she's there, she's focused. She said, I got to get back, I'm going to defend, I'm going to play tough, get me some deflections and steals, do the dirty things, the little things that's going to help my team get a W.
Second free throw up and good. Back to 14 now, 46-32, a minute 10 in. Wilson with the ball in the front court to Mia Cooper. Looping pass inside. That's what happens when you got 6'5". And a foul over the back trying to get the shot up. Looks like it's going to be on Mackenzie Ingram trying to battle Montgomery on the inside.
Now, John, here's the things that I'm going to question Coach Arthur about right here. You got 6 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the game. State championship on the line. Take the defense out of the zone. Spread them out. Force them to get to man-to-man. Now you can make penetrating plays and get easy baskets.
Man puts his thinking cap on. That's what he comes out with. We'll see if they follow his advice. Missed free throw, no good. Patches Roberts there for the stick back. And that was big because you miss a free throw, come back with another bucket. It's back out to 16 at 48-32. Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. Rodrigo driving, hacked at, shot misses everything, kicks back out, higher looking for the jumper, rims out, no good. Picked up by Montgomery on the inside, or by Patches Roberts on the inside, another foul. When we talk about this lead getting to 16, here's the miss. Look at the position right there by Roberts to get it in.
I tell you what, her presence has been missed. Now she's going to get in there, get the two shot opportunities, now get to the free throw line for 1-and-1.
19 foul on Hillgrove. McEachern has 7. First free throw missed. Gets her own rebound again with the stick back.
Look at that. Look at that. She's putting herself in a position for Player of the Year. Winning the game last night versus Norcross, she probably would wrap it up for Player of the Year for the state.
And another turnover coming back the other way. Cooper doesn't have numbers, throws it up easy two for Dominic Wilson.
John, you talked about daggers. I think 3 or 4 were just thrown in those last 2 up and down opportunities between both teams. The daggers that just were received by Hillgrove, I think it's going to hurt a little bit.
It was down to 12. It's now back up to 20, just like that. 2 minutes and 2 seconds in to the fourth quarter, and here's your last bucket.
Attacking in transition, having 3 around the basket for the tip-in.
McEachern's on a 6-0 run the last 22 seconds. And there's the resume right there. Looking for their first ever undefeated season. Their final 4 appearances right there as well. They lost in the finals to Norcross. You saw that flashback. And they have 5A championships as well. So it's McEachern. There's region championships in 5A. So you have this great pedigree of McEachern. And you see how it's evolved to this particular point. Right now, where they're 32-0, 5:58 away from their first ever state championship.
Well, they came out the fourth quarter. They knew that the third quarter was a rough one. It was a tough one. Coach Arthur did a good job coaching on the sideline. We've got to win with our pressure. We've got to win with our defense. That's exactly what they've been doing.
McEachern, fourth quarter from the field, 3 of 4. Hillgrove, 1 for 3. And when you get 20 points in less than a minute, and you get 6 points in less than a minute to get it to a 20-point advantage. Whistles on the inside. That's where we are right now at 52-32. Higher looking to inbound. Having to go deep, thinking about Rodrigo. Steps over the inline turnover.
That's the pressure defense that Coach Arthur wants for our program. When they pressure you defensively, force those turnovers, they can extend the lead like they're doing. And now it's a 20-point game.
5:45 in counting regulation. And see if Hillgrove has another one of those runs in him. Rodrigo picked off by Montgomery. And they call Ingram for the foul as Wilson tries to go baseline. That'll be the 10th team foul for Hillgrove. Dominic Wilson going to the line in a 20-point game.
John, you can look at Hillgrove now, and I think they saw that window of opportunity. I think it's shut.
First free throw up, rolls in. Tiffany Schick in the game. Ingram checking out. Wilson averaging 15 points, just under 4 assists on the season. Had 21 last night in the semifinals, 7 of those in the fourth quarter against Norcross. 22-point game, 54-32. Rodrigo looking. Lester trying to drive into the paint. Around the horn, higher with the 3. Rimming, no. Picked up by Cooper. Tried to pass to Wilson, intercepted Rodrigo. Falls down in the paint. And we got a whistle.
I love Rodrigo. She is a heart and hustle, all heart and hustle. She's tenacious. She doesn't care. She'll give up her body for the success of her team. She's getting in there. She's being knocked all over the place. She's going to be really good for Wake Forest.
$15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists in last night's semifinal against North Gwinnett for the triple-double, 11 of 13 from the foul line. We had a lot of the team's points to get them to this particular point. Back to 20 at the 5:20 mark. Wilson going long. Cooper, jumper, rims out, no. Crashing the boards, matches Roberts.
The last 4 out of 5 possessions, it's gone through Roberts. Rebounding, scoring, defense. She's all over the place. She's going out with a ring.
22-point advantage. Lester tries for 3, misses everything. Higher tries to get the ball in. Let's take a look at that last bucket.
Well, she's right now contending for Player of the Year in the state. She's all over the place. Look at that. Having the focus and the will to touch it back with a shot, get the deuce, and sprint back on defense.
Jocelyn Ramos checking out, as does Kayla Montgomery. They will sit. So the 5 is Destiny Gibbs back in with her 4 fouls. Patches Roberts, the law firm of Cooper and Wilson. Mia Cooper met at half court by Lester. Traded off now. Diamond Thomas, drive, dish, battled for. Patches Roberts comes out with a loose ball from the free throw line, rims out, no good. Fought for again on the inside with Gibbs. And what's the call here? Calls on Diamond Thomas, the foul for Hillgrove, and that'll send Destiny Gibbs to the line. You figure with Gibbs being a senior, you're up 22. She's going to go out until she gets the 5th or stays the duration.
Tell you what, she's gonna play. The game's not over completely, but you want to finish out strong if you're McEachern. And Gibbs is just a solid player. Going to Ole Miss, she's a great scorer, but she's one of the leaders on this team.
7 points, 5 rebounds last night. The semifinal against Norcross gets the back end of 2. 57-34 McEachern. 23-point advantage coming up, 4.5 to go regulation. Put in the hands of Selena Rodrigo. Guarded by Wilson. Diamond Thomas. Schick up high. Ingram in. Give him 2 presences. Ingram off the back rim, no good. Picked up by Destiny Gibbs, looking to get out and transition. There it is. Wilson, 1 touch in the bucket.
Those are the type of plays that #2 ranked national teams make. Rebound, boarded out, outlet, touch pass, layup.
Halfway home in the 4th quarter for a championship here in 5A between McEachern and Hillgrove. In transition again, Gibbs tries to reorient her shot, and it gets knocked off. She'll go to the line. Update from Macon AAA girls. Columbia leading Westside Augusta 37-21. So if that holds, it's going to be the match everyone thought it was going to be that you and I will be talking about tomorrow. Washington County and Alicia Gray going up against the Columbia girls. Head coach Shantae Frost and Zuri Frost, the youngest daughter, is the point guard. So could be an interesting matchup in AAA if that holds true to form.
As we talked about at the beginning of the telecast, this is a great weekend for Georgia basketball. It's March Madness here in the state of Georgia. You got the ACC tournament going on, but I think everyone's very excited about Georgia high school basketball.
We talked about how the game had gotten down to 12. McEachern slammed the door shut on a 14-2 run to make it 60-34 with 3:40. Knocked over to Dominic Wilson for the two.
I'm Coach Fowler. I'm looking to call a timeout. Don't want this game to get out of control. Just to control it, maybe extend my career just a little bit longer.
Wholesale substitutions. Looks like Coach Fowler is going to empty her bench for Hillgrove at the next dead ball. Diamond Thomas loses control. Cooper and Cooper come up with it. Nice bounce pass. Wilson fouled by Schick at the 3:11 mark.
I think Coach Fowler did a great job of getting those girls here to the state championship. Again, we talked about her career. 30 years in coaching, her final game of coaching. And I think she's proud of just being here. I think they were just more happy just to be here in this position.
Runner-up in 1984. It was the last time, the only other time she was in a championship game. The old Campbell High School, Campbell Smyrna. Home of David Boyd, who coached at Campbell as well. Who we'll be seeing coming up next as Milton takes on Savannah in the 5A boys title game. There she goes emptying out her bench. But Fowler has ties to McEachern. After her 7 years at Campbell, she coached 16 years at McEachern, then went over to Hillgrove to start the Hillgrove program, and it looks like Coach Arthur's doing the same with her bench. And Fowler was actually lured out of retirement to come back and coach her seniors this particular season to get them to where they are today. A lot to be proud of.
And that shows you her love for the game, but her love also for these young girls. They're going to actually treasure her coaching and the things that they shared this entire season for the rest of their lives.
Jump ball situation, Rodrigo on the drive. We're heading back the other way. Lindsay Theory is in a happy bunch of folks. Lindsay, what's the word?
They can sense this. Their first state championship is on the way. These guys have been chanting all weekend that they believe they're going to win. What do you think? Are we going to win? We believe we're going to win, McEachern? Go ahead. Here they go. We believe. Then they start dancing, John. It's a good time. I want to be back in high school again.
You see how it ends up. It's like jump around. And I just hope that Lindsay Theory is safe and can get out of there in one piece as we get to the 2.5-minute mark. 30-point game. McEachern up 30, 64-34 on Hillgrove.
We believe that we're going to win. It's a good thing.
And they're certainly doing that. Once again, 2 Final Fours from McEachern, 05 and last year. Changing their luck after the 25-point loss to Diamond DeShields in Norcross last season. First ever championship is 2 minutes and 19 seconds away, and Dominic Wilson takes a seat, as does Destiny Gibbs.
When talking to Coach Arthur yesterday, one of the things she was just so excited about this chance, and she felt good about them winning the championship. And we asked her about National Coach of the Year opportunity. She was more focused on the state championship. She didn't care about the national ranking. But at the same time, you win here, you're going undefeated. The team is going to be in contention for National Team of the Year.
14 points for Selena Rodrigo. Make it 14 still after it goes off the back rim. They get the rebound. Rodrigo for 3, no good. Rebound picked up by McEachern. Once again, that transition offense been there all night long. Time to go deep into the playbook. The shot's blocked. Allison Carroll comes up with the ball. Knocked out of bounds with Marissa Lester. Savannah Patrick in for McEachern, but let's run it down. The law firm, the Coopers, And there you see the 9th grader, Taya Cooper, who's going to be around, who's already going to North Carolina. Her sister comes back for her senior year, goes to South Carolina. Dominique Wilson to Arkansas. Patches Roberts to Syracuse. Kayla Montgomery to Clemson. Destiny Gibbs to Ole Miss. Think about where this squad is and what they've been able to do. Is this one of the most stacked squads that you've ever seen or heard of when it comes to this state?
Well, here's the thing, as we talked about this. The state of Georgia has become a recruiting haven for college coaches all over the United States. So there's so much competition. There's so many basketball teams, the AAU teams during the summer. AAU season starts next week. So you think these kids are going to get off right now? No, they're going to start playing AAU basketball. So the visibility that these kids get, and they continuously play year-round, that's why these kids are being signed at all these different colleges.
DeClaria Daniels will sit. And this is the emptying of the bench for both squads. Kenya Anderson now in number 12 for Hillgrove, along with Monique Panu. Anderson with the basketball, tosses off the pass to Jaya Smith with the jumper, no good. McEachern comes back with it. Triana Tisdale now running point. Dribble drive up and shot is no good. Rebound fought for Kiwana Patterson. 11 for McEachern, tries for it. Elbow in the paint and a lot of bodies hitting the floor, and they're going to call steps on Panu for Hillgrove. With 64 seconds to go in the season, McEachern leading 64-35. Anna Brannon sitting now for Hillgrove, getting some work in. Jump shot up and gets the roll. Into the scorebook, Quintisha Martin with a 3 to make it 67-35 with 50 seconds and counting. Tina Thompson loses control of it. Tisdale with the spin in the paint, no good. Picked up. I think they're going to let him play for the last 40 seconds. Jaya Smith, 40 for Hillgrove. One of the players has blown a tire. I think it was, in fact, Smith. Shot no good. Coming back out with it, McEachern. 25 seconds to go before their first state title whistle. And a foul as Martin tried to drive.
It shows you Coach Arthur how she coaches. Even the subs come in the latter part of the bench. They're still applying the same type of pressure, the same type of scheme, shooting the threes. Let's go defend, let's rebound, let's outlet, let's be quick in transition. That's how the entire team plays. That's how they practice.
Kenya Anderson, Tanae Thompson, Monique Panu, Jaya Smith, and Aaliyah Cass in for Hillgrove. Tia Tisdale, Savannah Patrick, Quintisha Martin at the line. Kiwana Patterson in the game. And Salome, those are your 5s right now for the final 22.9. 64-35, McEachern getting their way to their first state title, besting their region rival for the 4th time this year. A battle of Region 4 number 1 versus Region 4 number 2. Foul on the inside, and Selena Rodrigo will go to the line one more time. She's heading to Wake Forest. Meredith Heyer heading to the University of Georgia to play softball. And Maisie Steed is heading to Kentucky to play softball.
Well, they got some athletes there at Hillgrove. A lot of good athletes in Hillgrove.
69-35 McEachern. Rodrigo heading to Winston-Salem after this. First free throw is good. 69-36. Salome will inbound to Triana Tisdale. Say that 10 times fast. Last 10 seconds. Jumper is off. Rebound. It crashed once again. Clock will stop with 4.5 seconds. It'll go to Hillgrove, and that will give McEachern the 5A championship. And that bench is ready to hit the floor.
They are, John. They want to explode, and we talked to Coach Arthur yesterday to get prepared for the tournament. They practice at Kennesaw State, and it's definitely paying off.